Welcome to the Connecticut Capitol Building. This building is the fifth state house in Connecticut history. From 1701 to 1871, Connecticut's capital alternated between the cities of Hartford and New Haven. In 1873, the General Assembly named Hartford the sole capital. This was ratified as a constitutional amendment and took effect in 1875. The Capitol stands on the original site of Trinity College, then known as Washington College. The construction of the building began in 1872 and it was opened by 1878. The dome was gilded and the building was fully decorated and furnished by 1879. The first legislative meeting in the Capitol was held in March of 1878. The first full legislative session began in January of 1879. Richard Mitchell Upjohn, the Capitol architect, was best known as a designer of churches and cathedrals. As a result, there's a certain church-like atmosphere to the building. The overall style of architecture is high Victorian Gothic, with classical, Moorish, and French or Second Empire influences. The high Victorian Gothic style was used mainly in religious and institutional buildings. The stone that was used in the Capitol is granite and marble, primarily from Connecticut and the surrounding New England states. Some of the colored marble is from Italy. The Capitol was declared a National Historic Landmark in 1972. The Capitol originally was designed with a clock tower. The committee involved in the construction felt a dome was better suited for a seat of government and requested the change in design. The consulting engineer, General Franklin, later recommended that the building's supporting piers be made of granite shells with brick cores instead of solid granite in an effort to save $6,000. Instead of using cement to mortar the bricks, a lime-based mortar was used. As the mortar dried, it shrank and the bricks settled to the bottom of the blocks. The granite shells proved too weak to support the dome's weight and the cracks developed. The committee feared the collapse of the building and Upjohn was consulted. The architect recommended that small squares or rectangles be cut in the blocks and melted printer's lead poured in the cavities. The lead strengthened the blocks and the cracking stopped. 12 tons of metal were used at a cost of $47,000. The total cost of the Capitol was $2.5 million. The state Capitol was restored from 1979 to 1989. During the project, the exterior was cleaned and repaired. The restoration of the building's stenciling lasted about 3 years. The designs are original and the colors are historically accurate. The light fixtures are replicas of the original brass gas lights. The stained glass windows are original, as is much of the woodwork. The marble floors are original, although some of the tiles have been replaced over the years due to normal wear. In December of 2009, a new bronze statue known as the Genius of Connecticut was installed in the Capitol Rotunda. The original statue once topped the Capitol dome. It was removed from the building following the hurricane of 1983. The restored plaster model of the Genius of Connecticut stands in the north lobby of the Capitol. The original bronze statue, which once crowned the Capitol dome, was cast from the model. Sculpted by Randolph Rogers in 1877, she is the symbolic protector of Connecticut. In the statue's right hand is a wreath of immortalis, or dried flowers, to symbolize long life. In her other hand is a wreath of mountain laurel, the state flower. On her head she wears white oak leaves for strength from our state tree. The statue's outstretched wings are to protect the people of Connecticut. The genius has Roman toes, meaning her second toe is longer than the big toe. Some people believe that women with such toes will be placed in positions of power or importance.